Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today is day 4. In fact, match number 4 of the Crunch Classic on the WWE Network and Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Can you please educate me and the fans at home about what it is and who it is that we're about to see?
Absolutely. So match number 4 on the Crunch Classic, we're actually going to see Roddy Piper in action again. He's going back to WrestleMania 3 when he wrestled Adrian Adonis, adorable Adrian Adonis, and in a hair versus hair match.
Dang, hair versus hair? That's insane.
Some stakes. That's same thing. I've got hair, so trust me. That's. It took a lot of time, so I can only imagine. You know,
it's an investment. Yeah,
exactly. So all of a sudden, you've got Piper, who's got beautiful long flowing hair, and Adrian Adonis, known for that beautiful blonde hair of his.
Yeah.
And hopefully, while we watch this on here, it'll go back to the Piper's Pit, kind of that sparked this, that caused this conflict. Because obviously, we've seen people like Snuka get hit with the coconut. We've seen all kinds of crazy things in Piper's Pit. This is fallout from Adrian Adonis doing Piper's Pit.
I hope they show it because I don't remember Adrian Adonis really at all. So this is kind of brand new for me. But, you know, that's the purpose of the show, right? Make me a fan. You show me things and see if I become a fan. So maybe I'll be a fan of Adrian Adonis after this. I'm already a fan of Piper's. I think this is going to be great because Piper is great. And, of course, when you got some stakes like hair versus hair, there's a little more oomph, a little more, I don't know, intensity when it comes to something like that. Dude, I mean, I ain't cut my hair in 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I haven't cut my hair since November of 2018. So trust me, I understand.
October 2017, my friend. So, all right. So Adrian Adonis, Roddy Piper, hair versus hair, WrestleMania 3, and you're going to press the play button when?
Right about now.
Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
I pride myself on always being honest when we do these shows.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I am not is a hater, okay? I have hater tendencies, okay? And if you look at some of the older episodes before, you know, the Pete era, okay, there was some hate going on. And I decided that wasn't the right method to go. We want to build people up, not tear them down. But the hater inside me still lives. The hater inside me is still there. And when this match first started, and I saw Adrian Adonis, the hater reared his ugly head. And I was like, this dude does not look like an Adonis, okay? He looks like a chubby dude who has no business in the ring with Roddy Piper. And I said something to that effect to you, and you were quiet. You made that little face that you're kind of making now with the twinkle in the eye. But then, son of a biscuit, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Adrian Adonis came through like a boss. Dude, some of these bumps, son of a biscuit. This was amazing. First of all, this dude took a bump over the top rope that I would be afraid to take even right now. I mean, not afraid, but I would think twice and kind of like, damn, that's a good bump. Then he took another one where Piper threw Jimmy Hart at him like a freaking football, and he caught Jimmy Hart and went over the top.
They tumbled over the top. And of course, you know, Adrian took probably the bigger brunt of it for Jimmy on the way down. But yeah, it looked brutal, and I imagine it was not a great day at the office. But boy, oh boy, 30 years later, it still holds up.
You damn right. They were going back and forth. I mean, my word for the match, intensity. I use that word often, but if you see Adrian Adonis as he's laying him in there with these right hands and these lefts, and of course, Roddy Piper strikes with the best of them. So these guys are throwing some heavy shots. Of course, you're in the Pontiac freaking Silverdome, right? There's 93,000 people cheering for you. You're going to throw some potatoes in that freaking match, right? So they're going back and forth. Adrian Adonis got a shiner. You said it was from the rope. That's fine. But this was intense, and they were going at it, and Adrian Adonis kept up. Not only did he keep up, he pushed the action. Adrian Adonis, I was wrong. I was so wrong about you, sir. Adrian Adonis is prolific and gifted. But of course, the Piper, he's not to be trifled with. That was a solid match. Of course, the only thing I had to say was the sleeper at the end didn't look like it was locked all the way in, but it got the job done and allowed, Beefcake and Piper to shave the head or cut the hair and do their thing. Dude, that was highly entertaining. That was probably my favorite match in this Crunch Classic so far. What do you think?
No, of course. And this is why WrestleMania, especially the early first 5, honestly, is why they call it the Showcase of the Immortals. You can show anybody any of these matches, like the match with the slam match with and I lost it now, but with with Big John Studd at WrestleMania. I mean, like, and just any of that stuff. Like, that stuff is so classic. It will age forever so well. And unfortunately, you were asking me about Adrian Adonis, and unfortunately, about a year later, he passed away from a car accident. He was with a bunch of wrestlers on 4th of July in Newfoundland, and they were in a van, and they swerved to avoid a moose and got blinded, and unfortunately, many of the people in the van did not make it out of it. So it is a true tragedy, because you have a guy like Adrian Adonis who was clearly on his way through the roof. You know, it was July of '88 that he passed away. So about a year after WrestleMania. So we really, unfortunately, never got to see all of the ability of Adrian Adonis.
Well, you know, that's tragic, obviously, and that's a shame. But I said something. I mean, obviously, I didn't know how his story ended, but I said something as we were watching this. I'm like, yo, this guy, even though he didn't look like much, my inner hater came out to play. I was like, but he was in one of the biggest matches and one of the biggest pay-per-views for one of the biggest companies, and nobody can ever take that away from him. And I was saying that as in, like, well, this match ain't gonna be that great, but hey, at least he made it to the dance. But this match, being fan-freaking-tastic, makes it that much more, because yes, he was in one of the best matches and one of the best shows at the best company and one of the brightest moments. 92,000 people cheering to watch you do your thing. Son of a biscuit, I give my left arm for that. So, come on, man. Look, Adrian Adonis, I apologize for my inner hater coming out to play. I was wrong, and you killed it. And wherever you are up there, you know, wherever you are now, I'm sorry, and I appreciate you, because this was fan-freaking-tastic. I hope he and Piper are having a beer and talking trash up there with you know, God in heaven and whatever you believe, Valhalla, whatever you want to call it. I hope they're having a beer. And I tell you what, this is a little off topic, but I watched the show on WWE Network yesterday called Photo Shoot, where they look at photos and talk. And I watched the one with Ron Simmons, you know?
Oh, man.
Yeah, have you seen that one?
No, but I will. I'll watch it, because I love those.
Talked about the Spartacus, you know, and Sonny was his manager and whatever. But it was a cool thing to kind of stroll down memory lane with Ron Simmons. And it showed a picture of him and Vince McMahon, where Vince is giving him his ring, or he just got his ring for Hall of Fame. And he walks off where they're shooting all the pictures, right? And he's walking off, and the camera's kind of following him. He goes, he said something about, you know, I got the ring, you know, and he's like, I'm up there with all the immortals, you know, I'm there with all the immortals. And I thought, damn, like, that's crazy that's how he sees it, you know what I mean? But he ain't wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hello, the first black WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and it happened in Baltimore. Great story, amazing football player, still to this day tied to Florida State. Yeah. Very much a part of that program, an iconic,
But I mean, what I'm saying, in saying that he's with the Hall of Fame, he's with the Immortals. You know, he joins the Pantheon. You know. And he ain't wrong, because there are some people in the Hall of Fame that I don't care about. Like, they said they're putting the Bella Twins in, and I don't give a rat's ass about the Bella Twins. No disrespect. I just don't think they're that freaking amazing. But like we said a couple days ago, Sherry Martel needs to be in the Hall of Fame. There are a lot. If you see the Hall of Fame as something of value or not is irrelevant. Some of the best to ever do it are Hall of Fame members, and that includes Ron freaking Simmons. And I know Adrian Adonis probably isn't in the WWE Hall of Fame, but
he's in like Cauliflower Alley and some of the other ones, and then the actual National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes, but he is one of the best to ever do it, and he had one of the best matches and one of the best shows. So yes, again, nobody will take that away from him. And I said that almost negatively the first time, but I'm saying it with the utmost respect and positivity now. So I apologize. I'm going to put my inner hater back in his box, because I was dead wrong. Adrian Adonis, prolific and gifted. I'm sorry, Pete. Anything you want to add?
No, but tomorrow, speaking of The Undertaker, we're going to see The Undertaker wrestle the British Bulldog.
Really? All right. So bring your butts back tomorrow at 9 for some Undertaker versus British Bulldog action. Man, the Crunch Classic is turning into being a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this.
Well, happy Father's Day.
Thank you. I appreciate
right?
that. Yeah, man, this is a treat. So come back tomorrow, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. You know the drill. Make me a fan 316 on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.